I'll continue playing my thematic saga campaign, playing Quest 2 in the Treason of Cerimon expansion, Helms Deep. The shield wall was broken. Erkenbrand of Westfold has drawn off those men he could gather towards his fortress in Helms Deep. Hiorl, the Two Towers. So the decks that I picked in this quest are a 3 Hunters quest, where your deck cannot include allies. Each of your heroes can have one additional restricted attachment. Reduce the cost of the first restricted attachment you play on each of your heroes each round by 1. Refresh action. If each of your heroes has at least 2 restricted attachments, flip this card over. Each of your heroes can have 1 additional restricted attachment and gets +1 willpower for each restricted attachment on it. Action. Exhaust this card to heal 1 damage from each of your heroes. And the heroes that I've chosen are Eomer, a 10 threat leadership hero, 1, 3, 2, 4. Rohan, noble warrior. Response. After Eomer commits to the quest, spend 1 resource from his resource pool to declare him as an attacker and resolve his attack against an enemy in the staging area. And Gimli, 11th threat leadership hero, 2, 2, 2, 5, dwarf, noble warrior, sentinel. Response. After Gimli is declared as a defender, spend 1 resource from Gimli's pool to ready another hero. If that hero is Legolas, he gets +1 attack until the end of the phase. Limit once per phase. Then we have Legolas. He's a 9 threat tactics hero. 1, 3, 1, 4. Noble Sylvan warrior. Ranged response. After Legolas participates in an attack that destroys an enemy, place 2 progress tokens on the current quest. So one of the thematic moments in Helm's Deep is Legolas and Gimli's competition, who can slay the most orcs. And for deck 2, I've chosen a deck that fulfill the rest of the people at Helm's Deep. We have Gandalf the White, with Beyond All Hope attached. So he's now a 14 threat, 4, 4, 4, 5 Starry. Play with the top card of your deck face up. Once per phase, you may play the top card of your deck as if it was in your hand. When playing a card this way, Gandalf considered to have the printed willpower, or leadership, lore, tactics, and spirit icons. Then we've got Erkenbrand. He's a 10 threat leadership hero. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sentinel. While Erkenbrand is defending, he gains response. After deal 1 damage to Erkenbrand to cancel a shadow. Effect just triggered. Then Theoden. A 12 threat tactics hero. 2, 3, 2, 4. Rohan, Noble Warrior, Sentinel. Each hero with a printed tactics resource icon gets +1 willpower. And this deck is filled with Ents, some Rohan characters that represent the Ents coming and Gandalf rounding up Erkenbrand on the first light on the 5th day. Then we've got Aragorn, where you can spend 2 resources to ready a hero. He's got his Tireless Ranger attached, giving him +1 defense. Old Bogey Stories. We've got Andriel, the Hotam Bombadil, One-Time Test of Will, Glamdring, got our Leaf Wrap Limbus, 3 Golden Hairs, and then our Burden, Ill Fate. And Gandalf's delay has been removed from this quest because he's with Frodo, being delayed. And we've got the Overcome by Grief, where if the character is destroyed, you attach it to a hero and they can't ready till the end of the round, so they lose a round. Starting threat for the 300s deck is 30. And Gandalf deck is 36. (1A). The King of the Golden Hall. The pursuit of the Uruk-hai has brought the heir of Elendil to Rohan, just as Saruman declares war on that land. Aragorn and his companions travel to Edoras and to aid King Theoden, but the rival is met with some suspicion. Set the defense of Helms Deep and 1 copy of Deeping Wall aside out of play. Each player sets 1 copy of Soldier of Isengard aside out of play. Then the players must choose. Either each player shuffles 1 copy of Poison Consul into their deck, or advance to stage 2A, bypassing stage 1B. Well, we don't want any Poison Consul in our deck. It's a nasty boon that when you draw it, you have to discard your hand. So I go to 2A. But 1B is a free turn where you get to put in a free ally. (2A). Assault on Helms Deep. At the behest of Gandalf, Aragorn and his companions ride to Helm's Deep, with men of Rohan and their king. As the sun goes down, the valley below the deeping wall fills with the approaching army of Isengard. When revealed, add the defense of Helm's Deep and each set-aside copy of Soldier of Isengard to the staging area. Make Deeping Wall the active location, shuffle the encounter deck, then each player reveals one encounter card. So we've got the defense of Helm's Deep, Siege, add one threat to the staging area for each resource token here. Forced, at the end of the quest phase, place one resource token here. If there are 8 resource tokens here, add the defense of Helm's Deep to the victory display and advance to stage 5A. So we're trying to outlast the enemy for 8 rounds. And the Deeping Wall is 4 threat, 4 quest points. Well, Deeping Wall is the active location. Each hero gets +1 defense. Forced, when Deeping Wall is explored, raise each player's threat by 4. So, what is this? In this quest, we have the defense keyword, where the encounter deck is trying to make progress on the quest. So when we quest successfully, we don't put any progress down, and we quest unsuccessfully, instead of raising our threat, that amount of progress is instead put down onto the quest. And then we have 2 Soldiers of Isengard, 39 engagement cost, 4, 4, 1, 4, toughness 1, archery 1. After Soldier of Isengard attacks and destroys a character, place 1 progress on the current quest. Draw our opening hands. Cram, Keeping Count, Ancestral Armor, Dunedain Warning, Secret Vigil, and a Quick Strike. We're going to take a mulligan. We want more restricted attachments. Keena's Lances, Armor Destroyer, Raiment of War, Secret Vigil, Spear of the Mark, and a Terrible to Behold. Unexpected Courage, Shadowfax, The Long Defeat, Booming Ant, Song of Healing, and a Song of Wisdom. We're going to keep this hand. Now we have to reveal 1 encounter card per player. Scaling Ladders, Surge, Warrior of Dunland makes immediate attack. We're going to block with Erkenbrand. Discard a non-objective attachment. We take 1 damage, and we're going to get rid of the Leaf Wrap Limbus. Oh, I have to get rid of 1 over here because I'm the first player. We'll get rid of 3 Golden Hairs. And now another Scaling Ladders. Another Scaling Ladders. and a deepened culvert. Bow hammer. Going to put a Spear of the Mark onto Eomer. An Armored Destroyer onto Gimli. And then we're going to, we have 6 cards. We're going to do Old Bogey Stories. Put that to the campaign pool. There's a victory display and shuffle 6 cards into our deck and draw 6 new cards. Sword that was broken, dagger, unlikely friendship, quick strike, cram, and a Rohan warhorse. We're going to play an unlikely friendship. Draw a card and add a resource to a hero's resource pool. You have to have a Sylvan and a Dwarf trait character. We're going to add one to Gimli and draw a card. We're going to play a dagger onto Eomer. Going to put a warhorse onto Legolas. So when he destroys an enemy, he can ready. Put a cram onto Gimli. Play an Ancestral Armor. We get to search the top 10 cards of our deck for a weapon or armor attachment and add it to our hand. Dagger, Bow of the Galadriel, Armored Destroyer, Andriel, Raiment of War. We're going to get a Bow of the Galadriel. Now we're going to go over to the Gandalf deck. I'm going to play Shadowfax. Right now there's 7, 14, 18, 19 in the staging area. And each enemy is going to have +3. I'm going to quest with Eomer. Let's spend 1 and destroy the Soldier of Isengard because we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attack. Well, that brings it down 7, down to 12. We are not going to engage anyone else. We might be going through, but we want to get rid of these scaling ladders because they're causing so much trouble. Hornberg and a deeping wall. So that added 7. So 19. Quested unsuccessfully by 18. That clears the active location and we go to the next quest. And we raise our threat by 4 because of the deeping wall. 3A. Against the deeping wall, the host of Isengard roared like a sea. Orcs and hillmen swarmed about its feet from end to end. The 2 towers. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile and victory display for Helms Gate and add to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. Make Helms Gate the active location, returning any previous active location to the staging area. At Helms Gate, 5 threat, 3 quest points, and when it's explored, every enemy gets +2 attack and -2 hit points. Minus 20 engagement cost. And if you're not engaged with an enemy, you have to reveal an additional encounter card. Let's see, can we destroy them? Both. Gandalf's got Shadowfax, so Gandalf is attacking for 4 and Legolas is attacking for 3. That's 7. That destroys both of them. And they both have ranged. So we're going to engage. This guy comes down here optionally, and then this guy's going to come down here on his own. So he's if we block him, we take 2 damage. We got archery 2. We're going to put that on the Aomar. Now we're going to block the Soldier of Isengard with Gimli. No shadow. We're going to ready up with the Armored Destroyer and remove this shadow card. So we take 2 damage. And now we're going to block with Theoden. And we take 3 damage. And on this one, it's 8 quest points. Hundreds of long ladders were lifted up. Many were cast down in ruin, but many more replaced them. The 2 towers. Defense. Forest. When resolving the quest, of the, if the encounter deck did not place at least one progress on this stage, as a result of questing, the first player reveals one encounter card. So now it's our turn to attack back. Legolas and Gandalf are going to attack and destroy this Warrior of Dunland, and we're going to put 2 progress onto Helm's Gate. Legolas readies up because of the Warhorse, and Gandalf is going to ready up at Shadowfax, attack for 7, and destroy this. Now we're going to put 2 more progress down, clears Helm's Gate, and put 1 here. And now all enemies get +2 attack and -20 engagement cost until the end of the round. Well, luckily there's no enemies in play. And we're past the attack phase, so that worked out good. So now we're going to go to the next round. Very eventful first round. I'm going to put a Song of Wisdom on the Gandalf. Now we're going to play a Long Defeat onto the quest. Over to the 300 stack, cram, put a Bow of the Galadriel onto Legolas. Spend 3, put a sword that was broken onto Aragorn. And put a cram onto Legolas. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 in the staging area. Request for 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there's 8 in the staging area. Night Without End. We're going to remove 1. Either remove 1 resource from the defense of Helms Deep or reveal 2 additional encounter cards. And Doom 2. Deeping Wall. So that added 4. So we broke even. Actually, we quested successfully by 1. So we have to reveal an encounter card. Wild Hillman. Now we're going to go into the traveling phase. We're going to engage the wild hillman. We're going to block with Erkenbrand. Attacking him gets +2. Now we're going to deal 1 damage to Erkenbrand to cancel that shadow effect. Now we have to put 1 progress onto Helms Deep. Now we're going to attack with Legolas and destroy the wild hillman, and then clear out the Hornburg. And there's no enemies in play, so we deal no damage. Go to the next round. We need threat reduction. Open the armory. We're going to spend 1. So I open the armory. Oh, the only option we have is the Hulverk of Mail. We're going to play that and put that on the Gimli. Go over to the Gandalf deck. I'll put the Song of Healing under Erkenbrand. Well, anybody can discard a card to heal up damage. Now we're going to put out a Booming Ent. Comes into play exhausted. It's 1, 5, 6, 10. I got Gandalf for 4. See it in for 7, 8, 9, 10. Legolas for 13. And Eomer for 15. Against 10. Wild Hillman. And a Fighting Uruk-hai. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for Uruk-hai enemy. Reveal it and put it into play engaged with you. Shuffle the encounter deck. Until the end of the round, each enemy engaged with you adds its threat to the staging area. So that's going to be for the Gandalf deck. And that adds 1, 2, 3. So if we get a 3 threat, we'll quest it unsuccessfully by 1. That'll work out fine. So we're going to get the She-Orc. So we quest it unsuccessfully by 1. That puts 1 progress here. Now we're going to travel to the Deeping Wall. And engagement, we're going to optionally engage the Wild Hillman. We're going to block with Gimli. And discard a non-objective attachment. We're readying up Legolas. Get rid of the Leaf Wrap Limbus, and we're going to remove this shadow card. The Wild Hillman's going to attack. We're going to block with Gimli. And he puts 1 progress here. Legolas is going to attack for 3, 4, 5, 6. Destroy the Hillman. And then he readies up because of the Warhorse, and he's attack for 6, and along with Erkenbrand for 2, and that's 8, and that destroys the She-Orc. And we go to the next round. Okay. We're going to play a Gandalf Staff. Put that on the Gandalf. And we're going to exhaust it to give Gandalf a resource. He's got 3 resources. We're going to put in a Welling Hall Preserver. Go over to the 300 stack, a Quick Strike. Now we're going to quest. There's 3, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to quest for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 18. First card is a Isengard Uruk. That deals 3 damage. I deal 2 damage to the Reserver and 1 damage to the Booming Ant. Now the Booming Ant has +2 attack. Warrior of Dunland. Going to make immediate attack. We're going to block it with Gimli. No shadow. Attacking for 5. We have 3 defense, so we take 2 damage. So that is. Now we didn't place any progress, so we got to reveal another encounter card. Soldier of Isengard. So Gimli's attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got archery 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 1 more. We're going to discard. Oh, we shuffled. I guess we want to discard. No. We're going to deal out shadow cards. So first, we're going to gauge him. And he comes down on his own accord. We're going to go like this. Okay. We're going to block 3, 4, 5. 6. We can destroy. Okay, we're going to block Gimli. Exhaust the character you control. Okay, we'll exhaust. Gandalf, because he's got Shadowfax. And we're going to spend 1 and ready up Legolas. Now Legolas is going to do a quick strike, attack, and destroy this guy. And he readies up. So he has now 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to block with Erkenbrand is defending for 4. No shadow. Now Gandalf is exhausted. We're going to spend 2 and ready up. Gimli, and then we're going to attack with Legolas and Gimli and destroy the soldier of Isengard, and use Cram, attack and destroy the Isengard Uruk. And we go to the next round. And we're going to heal up 1 with Welling Hall Preserver. Strider. Put Strider onto Legolas. Go over to the 3 hunters, or the Gandalf. We're going to play the Wizard's Word of Command. I'm going to get a keen as lances. I'm going to use Gandalf's staff, give Erkenbrand a resource, and we're going to spend 2 and give Gimli another armor destrier. Now, at the end of this round, we're going to be able to it's 3, 7, 8 in the staging area. We're requesting for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 23, 23 against 8. Reckless Hate gains surge because there's no enemies. Hornberg. And Reckless Hate surge. Deverly of Sermon. Place 3 progress in the active location. And text boxes are blank. And request successfully, and we didn't place any progress, so we gotta on the locate in the active stage, so we gotta reveal a counter card, a Hillman. Okay. Got the Wild Hillman. We're going to optionally engage the Hillman. And we can't ready up because our text boxes are blank. We're going to block with the with Erkenbrand, no shadow. And then we're going to attack back with our booming end. We have to put a progress here. And he's attacking for 2. Whoa. And we do no damage. So now we go to the next round. We're going to play a Keena's Lances and reduce our spread by 4. Got a Hands Upon the Bow. We also flip our contract. It heals up. We're going to heal up 1. We're going to play a quick strike. Actually, we're not going to do that yet. Now we're going to quest. There's 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14 here. We're going to quest for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 22, 23, 24, 25, so requesting for 25 against 14. Ill Fate. Just going to attach to see it in. When the character dies, you have to raise the threat by 2. Isengard Uruk. You have to deal out 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And then Postern Door. So that is 5, 19. So we quested successfully, but we didn't place any progress, so we got to reveal a card. Delvery Sermon. Treats the text boxes of each character as if it were blank. We're going to play a Test of Will. Cancel that effect. Now during the travel phase, we're going to use our contract and heal up 1 for each character. Engage the Isengard Uruk. Then we're going to attack and we're going to block the Isengard Uruk with Gimli. No shadow. Ready up. And we're going to spend 1 to ready up Legolas. And Legolas is going to do a quick strike and attack and destroy the Hillman. Now he readies up and then he's going to attack and destroy the Isengard Uruk. And we go to the next round. goose wine. We're going to attach goose wine to Aomer. Gandalf, using his staff, is just going to give himself a resource for the last turn. And when he's ready, he can heal. He's going to heal up 1 damage. We're going to use our contract and heal up 1 damage from each character. We're going to go over to the Gandalf deck. Pipe. There we go. We're going to play 1 to put a pipe. Then we're going to put resource back onto Gandalf. And we're going to switch these. And we're going to play this. This only costs 4. And we're going to reduce this threat by 4. Now we're going to quest. There's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 in the staging area. We're questing for 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, plus 4 is 25 against 16. Uric of Isengard Uric has to deal 1 damage to 3 damage. Okay. And card 2 is a Reckless Hate. Makes an immediate attack. We're going to block with Gimli. It makes additional attack. Be ready to have Gimli with the Armored Destrier. We'll block with Erkenbrand. And we'll deal 1 damage to Erkenbrand to cancel that effect. So no. We added 2 threat and put no progress, so we have to reveal an additional encounter card. Hornburg. Archery 2. Now engagement will engage the Isengard Uruk. Now we're going to block with Gimli. Gets +2. So he's attacking for 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we take 1 damage. Now we're going to spend 1 ready up Legolas. Legolas is going to attack and destroy the Isengard Uruk. Go to the next round. Heal up 1. Going to switch. And then we're going to give Gandalf a resource with the staff. We're going to play this, and we're going to give a unexpected courage to Erkenbrand. And we're going to play 1 and put a Hulverk of Mail onto Erkenbrand. It's another hit point. And 1 more defense. We're going to discard a Long Defeat to heal up 1 damage. Now we're going to go over to the 300s. We're going to use our contract. Keenest Lances. And 1, 2, 3. And play Keenest Lances and draw 3 cards. Keeping count onto Legolas. I'm going to play a Unlikely Friendship. Give Gimli a resource. Draw a card. Dunedain Remedy. We're going to give that to Theoden. He's going to heal up damage. Spend 1, 2, and put a Glabrian Stone onto Aragorn. Now we're going to quest. There's 6. 10, 13, 16, 19, 21, 22 in the staging area. We're going to quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 34. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 33. Because we don't have the bonus anymore on this side. $33 against 21. Isengard Uruk. I deal out 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And a Wild Hillman. So that added 5. That's a 26. So we quested successfully. So now we have to reveal an encounter card. Uruk, we got to deal 3 damage. There's 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3. So we can defend. But what we're going to do is play Hands Upon the Bow. We're going to spend 2 and ready up. And ready up Gimli, he's going to attack and destroy this Wild Hillman because we don't want more progress. But so that puts 1 onto the keeping count. Now engagement, we have 4 archery. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to optionally engage 1 here, and the other one comes down on its own. We're going to block with Gimli. No shadow, no damage. We readied up with a cram. And we spent 1 to ready up Legolas. Now we're going to remove this shadow card and block with Erkenbrand. Now Legolas is going to attack and destroy this Isengard Uruk. Then he's going to ready up with the Warhorse and destroy this one. And that's 2 more. We go to the next round. Ancestral Armor. I'm going to use Gandalf's staff to give Gimli a resource. We're going to spend 2. No, that's... Put it down, we would need 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you give Gimli a resource, you have 4, spend 1 here, 2, 3, 4, and put a Ancestral Armor onto Gimli. That gives him another 2 defense and 2 hit points. I'm going to heal up 1 with a contract. Heal up 1 when we're ready. Welling Hull Preserver. We're going to switch these 2, and then we're going to play a Booming Ent. We're going to tune a dime, spend 1, put it onto Erkenbrand, heal up 1 damage. Now we're going to spend it again, put it back onto Theoden and heal up 1. Discard a long defeat and heal up 1 damage because of the Song of Healing. Now, I gotta put my questing. Hopefully this will be the one we make it through to 5. We each get an extra resource here. And he gets another one because of the restricted attachment. So we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 in the staging area. And we're going to spend 2 and ready up Gimli. Uruk-hai fighter and a soldier of Isengard. So that added 7, bringing us up to 28. We quested successfully. Now we have to reveal this. Scaling ladders. That surges. Another scaling ladders. Another scaling ladders. And a deeping wall. So we put our 8th progress here. So now this is gone. If there are 8 resources here, add defensive Helms Deep to the victory display and go to advance to 5A. So we didn't have to go to 4A. We go to 5A. The king rides out. As dawn breaks in the east, a blast from Helm's horn echoes in the valley, and the riders of Rohan charge from the Helm's Gate, with King Theoden and Aragorn at their head. When revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Discard cards from the encounter deck until X enemies are discarded. X is the number of players. Add each enemy discarded this way to the staging area. See, all those ladders are just popping up. Enemies are advancing, and you got another Uruk-hai fighter and a warrior of Dunland. "5B. With a cry and a great noise they charged. Down from the gates they roared, over the causeway they swept, and they drove through the host of Isengard like a wind among grass, the 2 towers. Skip the quest phase. Players cannot reduce their threat. If there are no enemies in play, the players win the game." So we don't have to worry at all about these scaling ladders. We've got a whole host of enemies. Put all this stuff up. I don't need that right now. They all don't have to engage, but right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenses, so we have enough to defend them. Optionally engage the warrior of Dunland. He comes down and then goes like this. We have archery 2. I'll put, instead of 1 here, we'll put it onto the, so we got our booming Ent at 5. So he's attacking. We're going to block with Ergenbrand. Return it to the staging area. Now we'll deal 1 damage to cancel that. Now we're going to block the Uruk-hai fighter with Gimli. No shadow. Spend 1 to ready up Legolas. And we're going to ready up with Gimli with Armored Destroyer and remove this shadow. Then we're going to attack, block again. Exhaust the character. He's exhausted. So we can attack for 3. 4, 4, 5, 6. We need 7 to destroy him. We also 4, 5, 6, 7. I would destroy him. Yeah, we're going to exhaust Gandalf. And we got no damage. We're going to ready up with the other Armored Destroyer. Now for attacking, we're going to attack with Legolas and Gimli for 7 to destroy the Uruk-hai fighter. And Legolas readies up, and he's attacking for 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll attack and destroy the Warrior of Dunland. And the Booming Ant is going to attack and deal 3 damage to this Soldier of Isengard. And we go to the next. We get to put another resource. So here we go to the next round, which hopefully will be the last round because we don't have to reveal any cards. Glamdring. Trouble to behold. We heal up 1 with our contract. We're going to have this deck draw a card. Trouble to behold. Play Glamdring and put it onto Gandalf. Discard a Shadowfax to heal up Erkenbrand. Spend 1. Doom at 9 Remedy to Gandalf. Heal up Gandalf. Spend 1. Give it over to Aragorn. Spend 1. Give it over to Éomer. Give it over to Legolas. I'll spend 1 on Legolas to send it over to Theoden. Now both Booming Ants are attacking for 5. So we skip the questing phase. Got archery 1. Put that onto Erkenbrand. Okay, let's just put it onto the booming ant. And now we come to the combat phase. Legolas is going to attack and destroy the soldier of Isengard. Oh, first we have to attack. We're going to block the Uruk-hai fighter with Gimli. All these are ready. And it makes an additional attack. We'll block it with Erkenbrand. And we readied up Gimli and got rid of this. Now we're going to deal 1 damage to Erkenbrand to cancel that effect. He's going to attack. We're going to block it with Gimli. Legolas is going to attack and destroy him. And then the 2 booming ants and the Wellinghold Reserver are going to attack for 12 and destroy the last orc. So there's a win. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get the other keeping count, but Gimli wasn't able to count his orcs. So I would say the MVPs in this one the sword that was broken was one of them. And the armored destrier, I would say, is another one to all the reading we had. And now the quest resolution. Each player with a copy of Poison Consult in his hand, deck, or discard pile has earned that burden. We didn't put it into our deck. Down through the breach of the dike charged the king's company. Down from the hills leaped Erkenbrand, lord of Westfold. Down leaped Shadowfax like a deer that runs sure-footed in the mountains. The White Rider was upon them, and the terror of his coming filled the enemy with madness. The wild men fell on their faces before him. The orcs reeled and screamed, and cast aside both swords and spear. Like a black smoke driven by a mounting wind, they fled the 2 towers. So I'll see you in the journey to Isengard. Have a great day.